Hi, my name is Anya and I am the solutions consultant for Toby Dynavox in Washington and Northern Idaho. Since COVID has hit, I've done a lot of virtual wheelchair mounting, and I always struggle to kind of explain the parts that you'll need and the parts that you won't need. And this particular one I'm going to talk about is a Permobil wheelchair. So I actually have the packet. This is what it will look like. It will say chair fastener Permobil. And the instructions that you will see, it will show a manual wheelchair a lot of the times, and that is just disregard. Okay, so what we have is this long black piece, a circular piece that is attached on with 2 different screws, and then a bag of extra tools, okay? So what I usually have people do is actually lay out every single part so that we can really establish what we're gonna use and what you can just set aside so you're not confused. So you will have 2 Allen wrenches. You can set those aside. And so I'm going to lay out all of these screws so that they match in size. And I will show you what that looks like right now. Okay, so I have all my parts laid out. As you can see, I have some washers over here, 2 medium size screws. We've got 3 longer ones, 4 little guys, and then 4 nuts. And what we're actually gonna use, so we're gonna take these, this is not what we're using, and what we are using are these 4 nuts and these 4 smaller screws. And then what I'm gonna do is actually take this off of the long piece. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is disconnect this so I can use one of the Allen wrenches that came. You'll also probably get a connected T-shaped Allen wrench. You can use that if it's easier. And we're gonna set these screws actually aside as well. We're not gonna use them. All right. Gonna take this long part, set it aside. We are not gonna use that. So all I have is my circular piece, my 4 nuts, and my 4 screws. All right, so I don't obviously have a Permobil wheelchair in my office, but I am gonna try to walk through as much as I possibly can. So on the Permobil, on the underneath the seat, you will see a metal bar that will have 2 tracks in it. So 2 grooves, and what we're gonna do is actually attach this part to that. At the front of the wheelchair, you'll oftentimes see that it, you can't see where you're gonna actually slide anything in. It's like a plastic part that goes in the front of the chair and then attaches into the side. Those are actually removable. So if you kind of wiggle it and pull it off, that will leave you access to the track. Sometimes people also have, leg rests attached to these tracks. If this is specifically in the way, we will probably have to contact the wheelchair consultant to make sure that we're not messing anything up. But just so you know what I'm talking about is we have our piece here, our 4 little screws, and our 4 nuts. So what we're gonna do, there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm gonna make them into a square. So you can either attach your nuts now, just a little bit, like this, and actually slide it in on the track and wiggle it, or you can slide these individual pieces onto the track, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and then screw these on. So when we are finished, this should attach to the track and be flush against it. And we will have had this attached. And what will come next is the next part, which will go in the center, which if I'm explaining this to you via Zoom or something, we'll go over all that. But while I had this particular part, I thought I would go over that now.